Welcome to the Ohh Show with Orlana Darkins Drewery, your connection to events, topical interests, issues, and the movers and shakers in our world, and the opportunity to learn things that make you say, oh. Travel is on the rebound this year. A recent report shares that 80% of Americans report high degrees of excitement about travel. Joining us today to discuss travel tips, top destinations, and how Norwegian Cruise Line is helping travelers sail away in 2023 is cruise and travel expert and editor-in-chief of Cruise Critic, the world's largest online cruise resource, Colleen McDaniel. Colleen, welcome to the Ohh Show.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you. So let's dive right in. What should people be thinking about before planning their next vacation?
Well, the first thing I tell anybody who's considering a cruise is that it is the best value around. And we're seeing that value gap actually increase when you compare it with a land vacation where, let's be honest, the costs just keep rising. Now, what makes cruising a great value? It includes your meals, your accommodations, your entertainment, and transportation from port to port. So literally, you're waking up somewhere new every day, and yet you've still got this gorgeous ship which serves as your home base. Also, cruises take you to literally almost anywhere around the world, and we're seeing this growing desire from people for those bucket list type destinations. Now, those people who are heading overseas might want to consider Norwegian Prima. This ship debuted last year, and we just named it Cruise Critic's Best New Ship of 2022, in part because it has amazing entertainment, excellent dining, and a world-class spa, which, well, we all are a little bit more interested in self-care and well-being these days, aren't we?
Right, exactly. I know I am. So, do you have any tips to help people who are planning their cruise? What should they do?
Yeah, well, number one, do your research. You can visit sites like Cruise Critic, where you can read reviews from real travelers and also get expert tips and advice that will really help you with your planning. The other thing is, don't start with price. Instead, really think about the cruise ship, the cruise line that fits your personality and interests, and go from there. Once you've picked that cruise line, head on over to their website and familiarize yourself with the destinations and the itineraries they offer. Norwegian, for example, sails to more than 400 destinations around the world. So you can head on over and really figure out what that dream itinerary looks like.
Yeah, you know what? I like that tip because I think many of us choose the price, like how much it's going to be, and the cruise line itself, the trip may not fit our personality.
Absolutely. It's not a great value. It's not a great choice if it just doesn't fit you. You want that trip that is perfect for your personality.
Exactly. Especially if you choose like a Disney cruise and you don't like kids.
Yeah, that might not be the best match for you.
That's not going to work out for you. So, you mentioned over 400 destinations. What are some of the most popular destinations travelers seek out?
Well, I'll start by saying we're hearing more and more that people want longer trips. That week-long vacation, it's just not enough anymore. I think people were ready to get out and explore. So, and while places like the Caribbean are popular for a reason, there are two destinations that we're seeing are really hot this year. The first is Alaska, which is one of my personal favorites. I could go back there again and again. I just love it. The great thing about Alaska is you can do a shorter itinerary if you don't have a ton of time or you just want a little taster. But you can also do a really long trip there that combines cruising and even time on land. They call this a cruise tour. So Norwegian, for example, is offering up to 14 nights for a cruise tour. Also hot is Northern Europe. And while a lot of people think Mediterranean, Northern Europe is really having its day right now. And when I say that, I'm talking Greenland, Iceland, France, and the British Isles, these really amazing places that just are picturesque and gorgeous to visit. Earlier, I mentioned Norwegian Prima. Its identical sister ship, Viva, is actually debuting this summer, and it will sail European itineraries. In fact, Norwegian has 10 ships sailing Europe, so there's a lot of choice and opportunity for people. Finally, it's a really great time to book because there are a ton of deals and perks that are out there. Some of our favorites that we're seeing include free airfare for a second guest, free Wi-Fi, and unlimited open bar.
Nice. Okay. So when is the best time to book a cruise?
Well, I think now is a great time. This is what they call wave season in the industry. And what that really means is sort of an insider term, but it's the time of year where the cruise lines are really putting their best offers out there.
Awesome. That is great news. So where can people go for more information to start booking their cruise and doing their research?
For more information on Norwegian's immersive itineraries and new ships, head on over to ncl.com. And for more information on ship reviews or expert advice on cruising, head on over to cruisecritic.com.
I love it. Colleen McDaniel, thank you so much for sharing these tips today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks so much for having me. It was great chatting.
And thank you all for tuning into the Ohh Show. This is Orlana Darkins Drewery. Until next time, keep shining.